Hello everyone and welcome to the Adam Kiss Show. Today I'm super excited to be talking about It Happened One Night, one of my favorite films, certainly one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. I consider it certainly one of the first, if not the first, definitive rom-com ever made. So, with an intro like that, I'm sure you're excited to hear about it. But before we do that, I wanted to take a moment to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. That really helps us out so much to give you more great content, and let us know what other videos you'd like us to do. Let us know what other videos you'd like me to talk about, what other movies you'd like me to talk about, what other topics you'd like me to talk about. I'm here for you. So without further ado, let's get into It Happened One Night. So today I'm talking about It Happened One Night from 1934, starring Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert. I mentioned that this is one of my favorite romantic comedies, and that couldn't be more true. You can see so many of the tried and tested tropes of all the romantic comedies these days. You can see the beginnings, the kernels of these ideas and these concepts in this movie. Clark Gable plays the hard-boiled newspaper man. Claudette Colbert plays the spoiled rich kid. These are all tried and tropes. These are all cliches now, but it was I'm sure very innovative for its time. It's really just one of those films that I could rewatch a million times. I mean, I must have watched it at least 15 or 20 times in my life. It's really incredible to me how much it holds up. I mean, it's from 1934, but make a few alterations to the script and it really could be done today. It's surprisingly modern. In my humble opinion, it's surprisingly modern and it really holds up well. It's a great performance by Clark Gable. Clark Gable was certainly one of my favorite Golden Age actors. I've loved him in so many of his films. He actually won the Oscar for this, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up, is that in that year, this film swept 5 Oscars. I believe it won the major Oscars. It won Best Picture, Best Actor for Gable, Best Actress for Claudette Colbert, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. I believe those were the ones it won. And if you can imagine a romantic comedy, can you imagine a romantic comedy winning Best Screenplay today, or winning Best Director, or Best Actor for a romantic comedy? I mean, so many times for the Oscars today, you really have to have, a very intense performance in a role that's very emotional and very outgoing, and you have all these outbursts, and it's those kind of roles, or if when a character has to, lose 70 pounds or gain 100 pounds for a role, or things like that. That's what wins Oscars, but not often these sometimes what you would consider lighter films, which I think that's terrible. I mean, I would love to see more romantic comedies win Oscars. I would love to see them taken more seriously. I'd love to see perhaps more effort put into them, because obviously we do know that in a certain way, perhaps they have gotten lazy. I mean, It Happened One Night is a work of art, I think, and it really pushed the boundaries, and I think that we have to absolutely keep pushing the boundaries, but I would love to see more lighter films up for serious awards. I mean, just because a film is serious doesn't mean that should be the sole candidate for a serious film award. Oftentimes, entertaining movies do more and have a wider appeal. And so perhaps they even deserve to be celebrated more. Again, I love both serious movies and romantic comedies and things like that. As a matter of fact, I personally gravitate towards more serious movies. So it's saying a lot for me to say that. I love serious films, and I absolutely love all those films, those heavy Bergman films and all those kind of things. That's my thing more than anything. But I also love these kind of movies, and I think they perhaps don't get as much credit as they deserve. And I know that there's a resurgence of them these days, which I'm glad about, and I think there absolutely should be. And let's see where it goes. Clearly, I'm going to make the next great romantic comedy in the world. So mark my words, world. Adam Kiss will be making the next great romantic comedy. There. Now it's out in the universe, and you can all look forward to that. And I'll be talking about that in the channel as well. But getting back to the topic at hand, It Happened One Night. Again, it's a movie I love. It has a simple story, a heartwarming story, really great. I absolutely love it. Great direction, great screenplay, great performances. What more can I say? All around great movie. So, that's all for It Happened One Night, one of my favorite movies of all time. Subscribe to the channel below. And definitely hit that bell notification and give us a like and share and comment below what other movies you'd like me to talk about. That's all, folks.